Hi, in this Power Apps development tutorial, you will learn how to create a Power Apps application. So I'm here logged into Power Apps, and if you don't have a Power Apps account yet, watch the other video here in the channel that shows you how to create one. Then here on Power Apps, first click Create, then click Blank App, choose Blank Canvas App, and click Create. Let's call it Mars Hotel 1. Yes, and we are going to create the application for the first hotel in Mars. Click Create. One important thing to note is that in Power Apps, you can create two different types of applications. One is a Canvas app, which is this one that we are going to create, and another one is model-driven apps. If you want to learn how to create a model-driven app, take a look in another video here in the channel that shows you how to do that. But before we start creating our app, we need to have a data source where we're going to store our data. In this application, I'm going to be using SharePoint. So let's go to the waffle here, click SharePoint, and it's going to open SharePoint in this other tab. Then click Create Site, choose Theme Site. Let's go with Standard Theme. Let's click Use Template. The site name, let's call it Mars Hotel 1. Then click Next. Click Create Site and click Finish. Okay, now let's go to New List, create a blank list. And we're going to call it Bookings. Click Create. Okay, now let's start adding the columns that we're going to need in our application. Click Add Column. The first column we're going to need is going to be type text. And there are several other types of columns that you can choose. So click Next. In the name field, let's call it customer name. And it's going to be a type single line of text. Click Save. And the first column was added here. Let's add the second column. And the second column is going to be a choice type of column. Click Next. Let's call it Home Planet. And we're going to add Venus and Earth. Click Save. The second column was added here. Click Add Column again. Let's add another choice column. Click Next. Let's call it Preferred Food. First option is going to be Mars Local Food. Second option is going to be Galaxy International, or should I say, in this case, Interplanetary. We don't need a third option. Click Save. Let's add another column, and let's call this one, this will also be a choice column, and let's call it Rooms. Room. First choice is going to be 201 Mars Volcano View, 303 Mars Sea View, 404 Mars Forest View. And I don't know if Mars has a volcano, a sea, or a forest. If you know that, let us know in the comments. Then click Save. Let's add one more column. And this one, we're going to use the type yes or no, and it's going to be called Spaceship Garage. So, do you need a spaceship garage for your spaceship? Yes or no? Click Save. Okay, now we have our list here with all of the fields that we need. Now, we can go back to Power Apps. So let's start creating our app. Here on Power Apps, there are several different options in the Power Apps Studio. Take a look in the Power Apps Studio video to learn about them. So here, go to Insert, and let's add a rectangle. Let's place the rectangle here at the top. And in the rectangle, let's add a text label. Let's change the color to white. Let's change the text to Mars Hotel 1. Let's make it bigger. Okay, let's centralize it. Change the font weight to semi-bold. Okay, looking good. One thing that you can do here on Power Apps is to change the theme. There are several different themes with different colors that you can choose. Since we are on Mars, let's choose a green color. Looks like more a alien type of thing. Okay, Mars Hotel 1. And now you're going to see how easy it is to create a form with the fields that we created in our SharePoint list. To do that, let's first connect our application to our SharePoint list data source. Go here, click Add Data, then here at the top type SharePoint, choose SharePoint, select SharePoint here, then your SharePoint sites are going to be listed here on the side. If it's not listed, you can go to SharePoint, select the URL here, click Copy, go back to Power Apps, then paste the URL at the top. Then click Connect. Then the lists in your SharePoint site are going to be displayed here. Let's select the list that we created, which is the bookings one. Click Connect, and the bookings list is now available for us to use in our Power Apps application. Now, just go to the Insert menu, click Edit Form, and then select the bookings list, and all of the fields of your SharePoint list are automatically added here to your screen. Let's place them here. Okay. Then you can choose which of the fields you want. So click Fields. Let's remove this first one that we don't need. And let's leave the other ones. Okay, let me resize this. Now let's add a button to save the data of our form. Click Insert button. The button was added here. Let's place it down below. Change the text to Save. Let's resize it. Okay. Let's preview our app. First click Save, and then click the Play button to preview the app. And now it said no item to display. The reason for this is that you need to do a change here. Select the form, and here on default mode, it is set to Edit by default. You need to change this to New because we are adding a new record. We are not editing an existing record. And when you do that, if you go back to the preview mode, all of the fields are going to be displayed. Let's try adding a first record. Our first customer is going to be Yoda. Home planet? I don't know if Yoda comes from any of this. Let's go with Mercury. Prefer food? Yoda will want to try some Mars local food. The room? What about the sea view? You can see a whale that has 3 eyes. Spaceship garage? Yeah. Yoda brought his cool spaceship. Let's click Save. And now, let's go back to SharePoint and see if it displayed the record. Refresh it, and no, it didn't. The reason for that is that we didn't add any instruction to the Save button. So let's do that. Click Save. And then here on the onSelect property of the button, let's change this to Submit Form, Form 2, which is this form here that was highlighted in green. And then let's also reset the form after we submit it, so it becomes blank for us to add a new record. Okay, click Save, preview the app again. The data is already here. Let's just click Save. Now, you see that the form became blank. Let's take a look on the SharePoint side. Refresh it again, and the new record was added to our SharePoint list. Let's go back to Power Apps Studio. Let's add some more. Let's go with T, home planet Venus, and I don't know if ET came from Venus. He prefers interplanetary food, and he will choose the forest view, where he can see some wolves that have several legs. And ET doesn't need a garage. He can by bike. So let's click Save, go back to Mars Hotel, SharePoint list, and ET is here. Let's add just one more, Spock. And let's say Spock came from the Earth, prefer food Mars local, and he wants the volcano view. Yeah, he has a cool spaceship, Save, and here he is. If you liked this video, please click like, and if you want to learn more about Power Apps, click subscribe.